In one spot we have the basic elements of rural traditional Japan. As you can see, there's a rice paddy which is nestled between two hills, and if we pan over to the right we can see a Shinto shrine gate painted red. Welcome to Benten Park. It's about 50 kilometers outside of Tokyo, which means for people living in Tokyo it's a great one-day escape from the city. Now, in addition to the cultural attractions, there's also some really pretty good hiking. In fact, right behind me, beyond the red gate, is the hiking trail, and we're going to go up there right now. Well, it starts off pretty steep, all right, so I think we're going to be working up a sweat, and there's a smaller sort of Shinto shrine attached structure here. There we go. And as you can see, the path goes deep into a forest which leads us to the top of a mountain. And the name of the mountain is, I believe it's Benten Amidai Mountain. Here we go. I'm already out of breath. There isn't a lot of information about Benten Park. I mean, it's not a very big park. Pretty obscure little spot, actually. In English, on the internet, there's basically no information about this place. And even in Japanese, there's just a few blogs that give some kind of vague information about, from the hiking perspective. But here we are, and we're having a ball. Well, we've just made a great find. It's a map. Yes, we found a map, and there's even a little bit of English on it. It says, "You are here," which is good to know. It's good to know where you are. And according to this map, we're going to hit the summit of Benten Mountain right here. But on our way, I think we have a kind of cave here, Benten Cave, and that sounds pretty exciting. And I believe I was here a couple of years ago, and there's also a shrine building somewhere around in the forest here. So it looks like we're in for a day of fun. There's even a hot spring here, the Amidai Onsen hot spring. If we got time today, we might even check that out. It's always great when you go hiking and you can come across some cultural relics. We've made it to the shrine building, and of course we've come across a great collection of sort of Shinto accoutrements, including the water trough, which I guess is a symbol of purity. I'm not really up on all these Shinto rituals. And of course the shrine building itself, a wonderful place to take a break after a hot, sweaty hike. Such a charming spot. Look how these how the branches over the trail have been sort of propped up, and these sort of little tags giving an explanation. I mean, the really fantastic thing is the fact that this is a Saturday. Beautiful, perfect spring weather, 25 degrees. We're just outside of suburban Tokyo, the world's most populous city, and there's no one else here. It's like we've almost got this place to ourselves, an entire mountain. The trail is becoming rather J.R. Tolkien-like. I expect to see hobbits crawling out with shrines and all the sort of ritualistic stuff lying around the forest. Here's one of them. This is the cave that I was talking about. Not a lot to see, actually, but it's kind of interesting. There's a big black hole there, and I can't really see inside too well, and I don't think they want you climbing around inside of it either. I have a correction to make. I got the reading of the name of the park wrong. As you can see from the sign, it is Ajiro Bentenyama and not Amidai. So I made a mistake in the reading there, but now we know. Finally, the approach to the summit. God, I feel like Sir Edmund Hillary. We're on the final trail, heading up here. Should be just another minute or so, or maybe longer. We have arrived. Well, here's a nice unexpected surprise. It seems like there's another mountain in the vicinity, probably more like a hill. It's called Shiroyama, or Castle Mountain. Let's go see what's beyond this trail then. Well, there's the trail we took. We have reached the summit. It took a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, apart from the blood and the tears too, to tell you the truth. But the fact is, we're here. We're on top of the summit of Castle Mountain, Shiroyama. There's no castle to speak of. I'm kind of disappointed on that account. However, there is a bit of history, and it's right over here. The fine folks who administer this park have given us a kind of description of what used to be here. Apparently it was a bit of a, I guess, some sort of castle on top of a hill back in the mid-15th century. A group of samurai set up a kind of cooperative that allowed the farmers and local folks to have their own sort of autonomy, and they set up a group of administrative stations all over the place. And it seems that up here, the summit of Castle Mountain, was their headquarters.
Getting there is half the fun. The journey starts at the small train station of Musashi-Masuko. Turn right at a massive bridge, go past a stretch of the Akigawa River, which, by the way, is a fantastic place for a swim during summer. Then go along Country Road and finally past some moldering industrial equipment.
So I'm just coming down from the 290-meter hill. I don't have a lot of information to convey about this place because I don't know very much about it, and that's because there isn't a lot of information about this place. But that's its charm, the mystery, the mystical part of this park. And if you're in Tokyo, I definitely recommend you pay this place a visit. It's the Mount Benten Yama Park.